Yeah, you booked a call with me for our paid YouTube strategy call, and these things are customized for each person that books a call with me. And so I'm just going to pull up your information that you provided to me for this call. And you had two objectives for today's call. Objective number one was that you had wanted to have a no holds barred opinion on your videos so that you could improve them.
Right.
So I did get the chance to watch some of your videos. So I guess let's start with just some basic things that I saw. I didn't go and watch all of your YouTube channel videos, but I watched a couple of them. And I will say, number one, I liked your YouTube channel trailer. I think it does, the one that you're featuring on the YouTube page where you're talking about what your channel is going to be about and stuff like that. I think you did a good job there, but you need to have something at the end of that trailer that is going to encourage people to subscribe to your channel, right?
Okay. So call of action, you mean?
Right.
Call of action.
Right.
Okay.
So I would take that video. There's really nothing wrong with that video per se. You do a good job of explaining, hey, this is what my channel is going to be about. Hey, this is what I'm going to be talking about. But then it's, if you want to get more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button below. You need something there.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're right.
So that
I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. So that would be the first thing that I saw. Second thing that I saw is the organization of your channel. So I'm going to just go ahead and present my screen to you so that you can see kind of what I'm talking about. So on your channel, right, when I go to your channel, you've got your channel trailer here. And what you need here is you've just got your uploads where you can just see all the videos that you've uploaded, which is great. But to kind of take your channel to the next level, what you should start to do is you should start to organize your channel based upon the types of videos. So if I go into your videos, I would like for you to organize these into a playlist, right? So if I go into your playlist, I can see them here, right? That's great. So if you've got all of your videos in a playlist, I would definitely do that. I would also highly recommend that you don't organize your videos by month, right? Nobody is searching YouTube for December, November, October. Actually, if you have a playlist, you can kind of maybe organize things by a specific topic. So I know you talk a lot about political leaders. So maybe you have one political leader with multiple videos in it, or if you're going to be talking about, for example, how to get high-paying jobs and you're going to be doing multiple videos on that, it would be much better to organize it in that manner because no one's going to be searching for the way that you've categorized these playlists.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
right. That's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so organize by topic. For
right.
Like, I made a three videos on propaganda.
Right.
Maybe I can put those into its own playlist or what, right?
Yeah, exactly. So kind of organizing it more by topic. And then what I would say also is that once you do that, there's a feature where you can actually put your playlists on this home page. So I'll show you an example of what that looks like on our YouTube channel. So you can kind of see, right, there's like our channel, our subscriber video. But see, you've got just like how you have uploads. I actually have our popular uploads, and then I have it by playlist. So Facebook marketing courses on the homepage, Instagram marketing course, our YouTube work, right? So you can kind of see what I'm going for. So I'm telling you, for organization purposes of your channel, you really want to have those videos better topicked out by playlist. And then there's a feature where you go to customize channel. It will allow you to put those playlists on the homepage.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Hold on a second. I got to go to customize channel, right?
Correct. Customize channel. Yep. Okay. And then when you customize the channel, it will show featured sections.
Okay, guys. Okay, all right. Hold on a second. Okay, gotcha.
Right, and then once you get to featured sections, then you'll just go in and you'll add your sections, and you can actually add the playlist that you've created. So see how that kind of works?
Add this. Okay. Add that section. Okay. Can you go back and do it over again?
Yeah, for sure. So just as a quick review, it's customize channel on the homepage of your YouTube channel.
Right.
And then once you click customize, it's going to bring you to the back end of it where it's got your trailer and for people that have already subscribed. And then right below that is featured sections. And then you're going to click add section.
Okay, got you.
And then once you have that add section, you can select the playlist that you've created.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay.
So that'd be be the third tip I would have. So The channel trailer, getting your playlist organized by topic, getting your playlist into the featured section, that's going to give you some better branding. All right.
Okay.
So then I would say for your videos, sorry, I just want to pull up your channel again.
Oh, excuse me, Benjamin, is it possible we can record this session or not, or is it not possible?
Yes, it definitely is. I actually record these calls. So after this session, I will be sure to send you the recording.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, so that would be the first three things. The next thing I would say is kind of looking at your discussion. Like, there's nothing in here. There's actually an opportunity for you eventually. I don't know if it's at the 100 or the 200 mark of subscribers, but you can actually do updates on your YouTube channel, very similar to like think about like Twitter or Facebook. When you're putting status updates, there'll be something there that you can post when you reach that. So you don't have that availability right now, but I just want to give you that heads up. It's really good reminder to do that. Another thing that I would say, like, you know, your professional opinion for me about the quality of your videos. So I love how you have kind of your, you know, consistent branding here of the TV in the background and things like this. But, you know, what I would say, what I noticed with some of your videos is there's kind of a slight delay. Like there's either like a lag going on or.
Yeah. And you're not the first one who said that. And it could be because of the webcam I'm using, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it's usually two things. It's either usually the webcam or it's your internet connection. So what I would say is, how are you normally recording these videos? Like, how do you record them? Just from your computer and then you upload them eventually?
Yeah, there's a webcam on top of my monitor.
Okay.
And I do all my production here in this room. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just produce it here with the webcam on top of the monitor and then upload it to YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. So I would just kind of maybe like go back and like when you're filming it and you shoot it, do you actually like watch it through to see if there's any lag after that?
You know what? I haven't been really good at that.
Yeah.
No.
So I would just recommend that as a best practice for you moving forward. Like shoot the video, make sure that you have a good internet connection or whatever's going on. But then like if you notice that there's a specific lag, it could be the way in which you're recording. So my next question for you is, what is the tool? You're using your webcam actually to film it, but what's the tool that you're using to record yourself?
It's what's it called? It's NCH Video Pad. Okay. Video Pad is the software I use.
Gotcha.
To capture it. It's a UK. It's a software from the UK.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm not familiar with that one, and I won't say if it's good or bad because I don't know anything about it. But if you want a tip on the one that I'm using, it's actually called Screencastify. It's free for up to 5 minutes, and I think it's something like $80 for the year for the pro version. And it's just what it is it's a Google Chrome extension. So if you want to write that down as like the recording tool that I'm using, and maybe you could even test the free version versus the one you have and see if the quality comes out a little bit better. Because I did notice with all of the videos that I watched of yours, there's this slight delay in the lag. And so I think as a viewer, if I'm watching you talk through the video, it's like, I hear you say something, but then I watch your mouth kind of say it like later. And I think that kind of shows the viewer that maybe the quality isn't as it could be, right?
It's out of sync. My lips are out of sync with the words, right?
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that name of it, just to type it out for you, right, is Screencastify is the recording tool that I'm using. It's free. All you have to have is Google Chrome to use it, and you can download it.
And it's $40. $80 a year.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's like maybe $9.99 or $5.99 a month. I've had it for so long, I don't know what their price points are, but it's affordable.
What about something like iMovie? Or is that too basic for what I'm doing? Yeah,
so iMovie is actually going to be more of a video editing software than it is a video recording. I'm literally just talking about recording yourself. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Okay.
The nice thing about Screencastify too is that you can, there is like a built-in editor with it, and they have kind of some like options to use like annotations or draw if you want to point to things in your videos and stuff like that. I think it would be a good tool for you to maybe just look at it because they've just been growing like crazy this year. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right about that. There's one thing I want to touch on before I forget. David Dole, he has a webcast called The Rational National, and I wonder if I can pull it up here. It's it looks like his background is his desktop, and he's able to show. Right. That's it. And he's able to, when you see him talk, his backdrop is his desktop pictures, and he's able to pull up stuff on his desktop and look at the screen while he's pointing to news. And I thought, you know what? I want to get rid of my backdrop because it doesn't look professional. The picture of the corner of the bed here. I'm thinking, is there a way I can do what he does by having my desktop? If you pull up any one of his channels, any one of his background is his
YouTube ads beat Facebook ads every time. Let's face it, Facebook ad costs are going through the roof, and even when you have
get to that story. Jamal Bowman, School of CNN on Defund the Police. Great.
This one doesn't have it, but yeah, I mean, he's able to have his background be his desktop so he can present information. Yeah, that's it right there. And you can see, I'm pretty sure that the mountain or dunes is his desktop because he's presenting information at the same time.
Right. Yeah. So you can change your background actually with like Zoom or Google Meet. If you're going to record through one of those tools, like what we're using right now is Google Meet. It's free. Zoom also has its own free version, more premium. As far as like showing this, what he's kind of actually doing is he's showing maybe potentially two windows. So he might have one window where he's showing his desktop here, and then he's got another like just window. So imagine like if I was just to do this where I have two windows, that's kind of what that looks like to me personally. I don't know that for a fact. He may also be using his own camera where he's actually showing himself using a DSLR camera, and maybe he's recording his desktop on this. So I have seen other people that are doing what he's kind of doing. There's actually another person here in Colorado that I've seen do this. Just to show you, his name is Jacob L.E. Video Production. He's also kind of in the same space as me, and he's just kind of like layering himself over in his videos so like he can present. And his strategy is he is using another camera. So he's sharing his desktop, but then he's got a separate camera that's over his computer. So see, look at that.
Anytime you run Facebook ads or Boost,
see, so
I'm going to show you step by step.
This right here, where he's overlaid again, this is actually not recording his desktop. This is recording himself through another camera.
Boost post.
Okay, so I need a screen recording software to do what he's doing. Right.
So you can use, again, Screencastify does that. That's what Screencastify is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a screen recording tool. But what I'm saying is if you want to overlay yourself, potentially, you might have to have a separate camera. So something like your phone or something else that's above your webcam. Yeah. So it's really like he has two cameras. Like this background is the webcam, but him on over that is actually another camera.
Another camera. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's maybe... okay, that's more involved than I want to get into. Okay.
Okay. So then I think the other thing, let's just go back to your channel. Oof, I've lost it through going through these. Just pull it back up in the calendar. Okay, I like your thumbnails. I think that you're doing a good job of like showing your face on all these. It's very consistent. And I like, that you're putting the wording too. But what I would say is you need to keep these keywords kind of like, what you're going to put in the text here. You don't necessarily need to repurpose the title, but you want to just use the main keywords. So keep it like, 3 to 4 keywords. Like for this one, for me, is a little bit busy, just because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish words almost in there.
Yeah.
where you're
The
just
text, right?
yeah, so maybe
okay.
kind of like lighten the text a little bit. Like this one's really good. Like the American Dream in Canada, right? Like that's taking up the best practice that I've seen for this is normally around, 20 to 30% of your thumbnail image should have text in it, and the rest should be like a picture of yourself. Also, I would say like looking at some of your pictures, like maybe they could be a little bit better. Like I think you do a good job with these ones at the top where it's like a very crisp picture of you. It looks almost like your LinkedIn profile picture. But then like these, it's like there's a bright light in the background. I can't see your face. Like it's kind of hard to even tell who that is, right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And
you say keep the text to like about 5 words or something like that.
Right. And you want to think about those texts of the thumbnail is like, if I go to YouTube, like let's just take an example of the end of Social Security, like just to show you. Social Security. Like if I was to type that in, right, like these are very pretty basic. Like this guy does a pretty decent job. Like if he had some nice text there, this is a really good one right here. This guy, look at that. Social Security, big changes coming. What that looks like is like, it's almost like that. Like you could see how powerful that thumbnail is in literally 5 words. And it makes me want to click on the thumbnail, right? Like
because it's red and he looks like a professor, and in the background is like a screen. Yeah.
Right. And then it's also like the cool thing that he's doing there is he's actually pointing into big changes coming. So he's really kind of teasing you to actually click. He's like pointing to what to click on. And it's like, what big changes are coming? Like if I type this into YouTube and I saw that, I'd be like, wow, I really want to know what these big changes are. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's like a good example.
When you have to create these, every one of these creators is thinking of teasing the public. That's pretty much what it is, right? You have to find ways to get click-through rates, right? Or get them to click on your channel. I mean, right? That's the whole bottom line, right?
Right. Like if I'm looking through these videos, right, like I'm probably not going to want to click on this guy's thumbnail. I mean, it's bright, but it doesn't really like grab my attention. And like this one, I would definitely maybe be curious because it's just like, it's a nice background. Same thing with this guy's. I really like that. This is another good one with Trump. Like it's kind of saying like, we tried to tell you like, you tried to tell me what? Like, oh, I want to click on that. I want to find out. So it's like they're leaving this impression of curiosity, and you don't want to be clickbaity. That's kind of the word where you're like intentionally trying to click on things, but you want to just make the thumbnail look friendly so that like if I'm searching for the end of Social Security, I want that same thing to come across in the thumbnail, and I want to see a person in the thumbnail. Another thing that I would say too is just like going back on some of yours, like you want to have brighter thumbnails. So you've got like a lot of like dark blue and yellow. I don't know if you're doing that because of like your branding colors. If that's your branding colors, that's fine. But like, I'll show you an example on our channel. Like the best thumbnails you can see are right here on our channel. So like, look at this first one. It's like super bright green. It's got our branding on the bottom. It's got a picture. Same thing with this one, right? Like it's got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words, and it's blue. It's bright. Same thing with this. Like all of these are super bright thumbnails, right? I mean, you got to remember, like if you're scrolling through YouTube very, very, very quickly, a bright thumbnail is going to stand out.
It's true. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So that's kind of some feedback on your thumbnails. I guess the next thing would just be kind of looking at some of the titles of your videos. So here's a really easy way for you to develop better titles without you doing a whole bunch of keyword research. And we can do some of that in this call if you'd like. But just from like a simple thing, like how I showed you, like the end of Social Security, you could take all of your titles and then just go see what comes up in search results. So like for this one, right, there are 2 million people that watched this video, and it was called 2021 When Social Security Changes Forever. Like you could actually take some of these other titles that already have millions or hundreds of thousands of views and just make a very slight change to your title to match those. What that does is if I am to click on one of these videos, I'll show you this example. There's a tool out there called TubeBuddy. It's a free tool. I'll spell it for you so you can write it down.
I have I got the other one. I got what's called VidIQ?
vidIQ, right? They're both free, so it's not going to cost you any money to have TubeBuddy. So I would have vidIQ and I would have TubeBuddy. And the cool thing that TubeBuddy does is it's going to actually show you right here, creator suggested on SEO, meaning how many other creators' videos or channels are suggesting your video, because it actually is very similar to the same type of title. So for an easy win for you, it would make sense before you go and put your title up on every video, start with what you think the title of the video is, and then go put it into YouTube and go see what other people's videos titles are, and just go use their exact titles with a very, very slight altercation. And then what will happen is you'll see this creator suggested you'll actually have people suggesting that video then. So you'll actually get more of your videos, kind of like once I play through a video, right? You always see at the end of a YouTube video, it kind of just takes you to the next video. It's actually going to take you to the next video, potentially for your video, if it's a very similar title on a very high ranking video.
So you're saying take a typical topic I'm thinking of talking about, type it into YouTube. It'll pull up all people doing similar things, and then use their titles with a little twist on it.
Exactly.
Right? Change it a little.
Right, because
Gotcha,
because if their video is already getting millions of views, then you already know that title is probably either being searched for, number one, or number two, it's probably coming from a very big YouTube channel. It's one of those two other things normally, right? Unless they're doing paid advertising and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure probably maybe some of these people aren't. But maybe some of them there are. I mean, some of these are pretty big channels, 991,000 subscribers, 295,000 subscribers. But like, all I'm trying to show you is that the big guys have already done the hard work for you. So just use variations of their titles.
Gotcha. Okay. Good idea.
So there's that. The other thing that you can do with titles, where I could show you with TubeBuddy, since we're on the topic of titles, is when you go into TubeBuddy, this is all free. You can do what's called the Launch Keyword Explorer. I know you've been using vidIQ, but the cool thing about TubeBuddy is I can go in and take that title and then explore it, and it's going to come back and it's going to show me all of this data here. It's going to say, okay, we're going to give this title a very good ranking. We're going to give it a good ranking because it's got high search volume, the competition is fair, and there's actually 31.6 million videos that are related to this topic. It's also going to show you some different types of video tags, see if there's any like variations of like what people are searching on the webs, right? So you can kind of see here, and then it's going to give you other ideas for video topics. So maybe instead of saying the end of Social Security, maybe I want to say the end of Social Security benefits. And now let's see what it pops up. Oh, wow. Now it's giving me 100 out of 100 title score, meaning that this is probably the perfect title that I could have in order for my video to get found related to people searching for this topic.
How did you get to that? What was the first button you pressed on TubeBuddy before you got to this screen?
So once you download TubeBuddy, it's a Google Chrome extension, just like Screencastify and vidIQ. You'll just click on when you're on YouTube. It's this TB at the top. So you just click on that, and then it's Keyword Explorer. You'll say Launch Keyword Explorer, and then you'll just go in and you'll type in your title that you're trying to create.
Keyword. Okay, I got you. Okay, Keyword Explorer. That's a good feature.
Yeah, it is. I use that feature for all of our titles of our videos that I create.
Okay.
So that's some kind of different ways to think about your titles to make those a little bit better. Let's just go back again to your channel and let's maybe go look at, let's go back to your channel and let's go ahead and look at maybe some of your tags and your descriptions and kind of see what those look like. So we'll just do the balancing scales one, for example. Okay, so I will show you this. This is all vidIQ stuff, right? You already have vidIQ. So right here, once you're on YouTube, right, this is your video. We've got your TubeBuddy stuff here at the top, but then you'll have your vidIQ stuff also if you've got vidIQ. And so what it does is it's going to tell you, what's the search ranking of it, like how do your titles and tags look, and look at your video. It's saying you've got too little of tags, your description isn't long enough, you haven't added any cards or end screens, and you haven't shared this on Facebook. So what it does for you, what vidIQ is doing is saying, do you want to optimize your videos follow these best practices in order to improve your videos. So all you need to go in is just add some more tags, add a better description. Let me show you an example on my channel, what this would look like if you were to optimize a video. So if you go to our channel, this is our top video on our channel. And the reason why it's the top on our channel is pretty much because of all of the SEO. People are finding it. So if you scroll down here, you'll see we've got title, we've got green check mark on tags, our description, end screens. Look at this. Look at all of our tags for how we rank. We're actually ranking #1 on YouTube for how to make a Google Hangout video call. So like you want to go in and you want to edit those. And so what you would do in order to make sure that those are all edited, you're just going to click on edit video. Also, I just want to show you the description. Look at our description on this so that you can understand. Yours, you just had a very kind of brief thing. You want to think of this almost as like its own website page in a way, right? Like you put hashtags at the top because funny enough, this actually gets put into search rankings, right? If I clicked on one of these hashtags just to show you, it's going to show me all of the videos related to Google Hangouts for that hashtag, right? So #1, I would say try to put 3 hashtags in each of your videos so that you give it another opportunity to get found. Also, to kind of go back, if it'll let me.
How do you make the hashtag?
I'm kind of explaining some of the.
So hashtag is just going to be the # and then whatever it is and then space, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that's all it's going to be. And you're going to do that in the description. You can only add hashtags in the description, but that will help your videos get found. And then just look at our description, right? Like I've got other things. I've got our website on there. I've got my contact information. I give a brief explanation of what global social media marketing even is. And then I even add an extra little benefit here. Like, hey, if you found this video useful or you want more information, like go check out our website. Here's a relevant blog article. So like if you don't have a website or you don't have a blog article, maybe you could link to someone else's website or a relevant article or a PR release or a news channel or something there. So you're really taking this description, and you can see you can have up to 5,000 characters, right? YouTube is ranking this as a good description, so you can kind of see that, right? Like as long as you try to get like 1,200 characters of content in your descriptions, it just makes the video almost like a landing page on a website where it's really credible. There's social proof. I have a good description. I've got the hashtags. I've got other ways to contact me. I also have a little like shout out here to subscribe on our channel. I would put that on every video you have because again, every time somebody watches one of your videos, what's the first thing you want them to do is definitely to watch the video. But the second thing you want them to do is you want them to subscribe to your channel, right? And you're not doing that. You're not asking for that call to action.
Okay, so put a subscription action, what do you call it? Action tag inside your description.
Right, just not a tag.
Call to action to subscribe to your channel with your channel in the description.
Correct.
Ask for to subscribe. Okay.
Right. That just gives them another opportunity. So now what you've done here is you've done one subscription at the end of each video. And that's another thing you want to say too at the end of each video. Like when you end the video, just have a nice little sign off like, hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to our channel, right? You just need that little small thing at the end there. And then you can have it in the description. And now you're kind of setting yourself up to double your chances of people actually subscribing to your YouTube channel now.
Yeah, what I do is I put a, what do you call it? A text that says, please subscribe at the front of the video. And then at the last outro, I ask to subscribe.
Okay.
I missed the part in the middle about putting the call to action inside the description box to ask to subscribe to the channel. That's what I missed. That's what I forgot to do. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that'll help you out. And then just going through those tags, right? Like when you're going and you're adding your tags, you want to click on show more, and it's going to actually show all those tags. And this is all done through TubeBuddy again, where you can see all of my tags here are actually going to give me those rankings, right? So ideally what you want to have is you want to have tags that are keywords related to your video, and you want tags that rank. So you just come into your tag section and you'll start typing them. So like if I typed in Google it will put it in there, and then I can see after I type it in, is it going to rank, right? So maybe Google is not a good one for this, and I might do variations of it like you kind of see here. Another kind of cool pro tip that I've seen is like, if you find one that's working, for example, like, Google Hangout video call, just a slight variation of that might also work really well. So let's see, maybe, for example, just to test, and let's say if I did Google Hangout video call. So it's the same thing I'm already ranking for, but maybe it's 2020. And I just add that, and there, boom, look at that. I'm already ranking for that tag because I already have the top search result, and I just extended it a little bit further with something extra at the end of it.
So when you're ranking number 1 there in Google Video Hangout, that means that is a top result where everyone is searching for those words in that order. Is that right?
What this means is that I am the number 1 ranking tag for Google Hangout video call on YouTube. So potentially people are going to find my video because of that tag. So just to show you on YouTube what that would look like, if I went to YouTube and I typed Google Hangout video call, right? That's the search.
Yeah.
I should come up right there, boom, at the top of search results, because I'm the number 1 ranking thing for that tag. That doesn't mean I'm the number 1 ranking title, but it means I'm the number 1 ranking tag.
For the tag, as in that word order, Google Hangout video call, in that order exactly. That's what you rank for, the top one, right?
Exactly.
If you change the word order, or use different words, then you wouldn't rank as high. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I do in that case. Maybe I don't rank at the top for Google Hangouts, maybe. Okay, boom. See, I don't rank at the top of results for Google Hangouts. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm probably somewhere on the first page if I keep scrolling, but it's
really what you're saying is as many variations of your what you're trying to rank for, put them in the tags for that way you get the highest probability that you'll rank high in the search results?
Correct. Right.
Okay.
And it will actually too on vidIQ, right? Another cool thing is it's going to do, it's going to actually show you all the stats on it. It's going to say, hey, the highest video related to Google Hangouts has over 1 million views, right? And the average channel that's using that has 246,000 subscribers. And the average age of a video like that is 2 years long. So it gives you some more information there. And then it shows you the top person. So now maybe I might want to go into the other YouTube channel and go look at some of their channels or go look at what they've done, right?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Another idea that you might kind of take a sneak peek at people's videos, if you're trying to come up with video ideas or video topics or video titles where you're trying to get your videos found and get more subscribers to this channel, really easy thing you can do is you can go to your top competitor, just like I showed you how to do. You can go to their videos, and then what you can do is you can do sort by, and then you can click on most popular. What that does is now it's going to show me the most popular videos on this channel. Therefore, I know that those are really good video ideas, or those are videos that people are watching. So you can kind of see right here, Google Meet right there. There's that video we just found. It's the number 2 video on his channel. He got 2.1 million views, and the video's only been out for 8 months.
Yeah, right.
So, so it's kind of like, I think for coming up with video ideas, I will always try to, allude to the idea. You can come with innovations and new ideas, but there's been YouTubers that have been out this for 10 years now, right? So don't feel like you got to go recreate the wheel. Just like go look at, once you have your video topic idea, do exactly what I just showed you. Go to YouTube, search for it first, use TubeBuddy, go look at some of the other YouTube channels that are already out there that have high subscribers or high views for that video. And now you really have concrete evidence through data that shows, hey, if I title something like this and I create a video around like this, somebody else does, it's going to get found and people are probably going to watch it because those are really successful videos.
And then so basically you want to do a benchmark your competitors, go to their, see what tags they use as you pull it up, right? See what tags show up on their site, what's the competitor, and try to use those same tags.
Exactly, right. So I can go into this guy's YouTube video now, and I can go scroll down, and go look and see what he's done. And boom, look at this. He's number one for Google Meet. He's number one for how Google Meet is. So these are all good tags where maybe I could use that same exact tag and not be number one, but I could be number two.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So that would be kind of some tag stuff, some title stuff, some description stuff. I've showed you TubeBuddy. I've seen you vidIQ. The other thing that I do a lot in these YouTube strategy calls is I do what's called a very simple YouTube keyword analysis. So, you know, I know you're talking about politics and stuff like that in a lot of your videos, but can you maybe give me 3, you know, keywords that you think people would be typing into YouTube to find your types of videos? Like, what would be the keywords somebody might be typing in? Just give me a couple.
Basically, democratic socialism is basically, you know, or Bernie Sanders. The things he talked about, those are things I talk about. Socialism, shrinking middle class, propaganda.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
All those things, anything that has to do with economic justice. Basically, the whole show is about economic justice.
Right.
And that is the core focus of my show, economic justice.
Gotcha. Okay, so I want to show you something here that you can use, and it's called the Google Keyword Planner. It's a very simple tool. It's free. You do have to have a Google Ads account. So all you'll do is you'll go to Google and you'll type in Google Ads. When you get to Google Ads, you'll log into Google Ads. You'll have to have a Gmail in order to be able to use Google Ads. And then once you have your Gmail, right, you can see I'm logged in. Then you'll choose your Google Ads account. So if you don't have a new one, if you don't have one, just go create one. But I'm just going to pull up the one that we have for our company just for today's call and show you how that looks. So this is the main page of Google Ads. I don't want you to pay attention to all the crazy campaigns and data and everything that I've got going on right now. I just want you to focus on the keyword planner right now. I want you to go to Tools and Settings.
Okay.
And then it's Keyword Planner. So it's log into Google Ads, go to Tools and Settings, and then go to Keyword Planner. And then from there, you're going to be typing in those variations of those keywords that you just gave me. So let's say, for example, propaganda, Bernie Sanders,
progressive Democrats,
and progressive Democrats, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do get results. And what it's going to do is it's going to tell me all of the search volume for that given keyword. Now, I can kind of tell right now that it didn't give me any of that keyword data, maybe because, number one, in your specific words that you're using, those are political keywords. So Google does have to be very protective of running political ads and things like that. So there might be some other variations. I'm also targeting this in the United States. So maybe...
How about economic justice? Type in economic justice.
Okay, great. So we got a result for that, right? So I can see right now, this is Google telling me this, right? This isn't me trying to assume that people are searching for this. I literally know from Google Keyword Planner in the United States, for anyone that has their browser in English that are searching on Google, that there are 2,400 people every month that are searching for economic justice in the United States.
Wow,
it's a low competition. Now, what does that mean? Low competition means that there is not a lot of advertisers that are paying money to advertise to rank at the top of search results for economic justice. Now, why would there be low amount? Well, economic justice is not maybe something that's going to encourage me to buy a product or service. However, if I was to see something that was a high competition keyword, which, for example, this isn't a really good example, but let me just show you, like, you know, for my company, if I was to type in, for example, like digital marketing agency and see what comes up at the top of search results, I would be able to see that there are some keywords that are ranked high. What that means in Google's machine learning algorithm here is that it's saying, hey, Benjamin, if you are to advertise or promote some of your videos for these keywords, there's a high competition, meaning there's a lot of advertisers that are paying for that because it actually leads to sales. It leads to leads. It leads to revenue for a company, and therefore it's going to be more competitive. So in your case, if you're not exactly selling something and you're just looking for, viewership or subscribers, it's actually a good thing for you that a lot of these keywords are low, because that means you're not going to have to pay a lot of money to rank at the top of search results.
Okay, right.
So just kind of going back to that, right? All of these are low. But what I like to do when I do this, right, I'm going to plug in economic justice. It's also going to give me some other kind of like, broaden things or things that they think are important. So let's just say, justice is probably another good variation, right? Maybe social issues.
Social democracy is another word.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to let us use the word democracy. That might be a no-no, but we'll try it. Yeah, I don't see that coming up. But what I just wanted to show you this because this is your starting point for videos. I just showed you everything on YouTube, but what I like to do when I create videos is I like to think about what are the keywords in this video. Let me go to Google and let me go find out how many people are actually searching for that keyword. And I'm going to go obviously look at the top one. So I don't know anything about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but there are over 1.5 million people that are searching for that every month.
How much does this account cost? I mean, Google account.
$0.
Huh?
$0.
Oh, very good. That's a good price. Okay.
Yeah. So it's completely free to set up a Google Ads account. However, if you want to get this data, you are going to have to actually run some initial ads. So you have to run, I think, spend about $50 to $100 so that you can actually see the volume, the competition. And then this other metric here on the right-hand side is what it's showing you. It's showing you the low range and the top end range, meaning that it's going to cost you on the low end, let's say, for example, for justice, it's going to cost you as low as 10 cents, 9 cents to rank at the top of search results for your video to potentially be the #1 search result on Google. Or it could be at the high end, it could be 21 cents. So it gives you a range to tell you if you're going to run ads, you can expect to pay on the low end this, on the high end this. And then from there, it's going to obviously improve the more that you run ads. So your goal is to always, I think, to just look at like, hey, in the high end, I can expect to make, pay this much. But as time goes on and the ad is, optimized in the video and you've been running ads for a while, the goal is to try to get it as low as you can, right?
Well, let me ask you about that. Once in a while, I'm going to do it more often. I was thinking about one way I can monetize the channel, as I was thinking about, is part of economic justice is having companies pay their employees well. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a new brand, but not a new brand. It's been open for many years. It's called a B Corp or benefit corporation. Those two have ultimate goals, which are not just profit only. They're improving society, improving the community, whatever. And I'm thinking about promoting those different companies and then finding a way to monetize that because I'm advertising for them, right? Mm-hmm. So that's something I can maybe talk to you on a different call, because that wouldn't be me paying for an ad. That would be like getting income from their ad on my channel, right?
Correct, right. So the one thing about having other YouTubers advertise on your channel, the only way that you're going to be able to control that is if you are a YouTube partner. So the YouTube partner program, to just type this out so you remember it, or you can jot it down in your notes, is you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel. That's not minutes, that's not views. Watch time means how much time have people spent watching your YouTube channel. So in order to become a YouTube partner, where you allow other advertisers to advertise on your videos, these are those requirements.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's good to know.
Right. Okay. So that would be if you're going to use their technology. Now, let's say you have a relationship with somebody where you actually know them on a personal level, or you email them, or you reach out to them, or whatever. You can put whoever you want on your YouTube channel. And if you want to build that in as something like internally for your business or something, and you want to set up a small LLC or something like that and reach out to these people and say, hey, I'm doing all of these videos. Check out my content. I'd love to feature you. I'll charge you X amount of dollars to give you a shout out in the video or something like that. You can do it that way, right? where you actually
Okay.
kind of control it yourself instead of waiting for YouTube to give you those requirements, right? This is just to let you know, this is going to take you a while. You're not going to just go in and get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, right?
Is that something I can talk to you about in a future call? Is that part of your specialty or not? Because it'll probably be a year or so until I get all this established. But is that something, or can you refer me to someone who can help me set that up?
Yeah, for sure. So we offer, YouTube services. Just to kind of break that down for you, since you've asked about it, the cost that we charge with any new YouTube client is $2,000 a month. Now, what does that include? It includes doing the keyword research, which I just kind of briefly showed you a very simple analysis. It takes me 8 hours to do our proprietary process of giving you the best keywords to use for your videos. It also includes doing a YouTube marketing plan, where I'm going to do a deep dive into your industry and your channel. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to say, this is what your competitors are doing. These are the opportunities. These are the types of videos that you need to make. That also includes us helping you make the videos. So we make roughly 1 to 2 videos for you every month, where you give us some ideas or you give us some content, and then we edit it. We make it look very professional. And it also includes the advertising. So what I was just kind of explaining with, setting up all these campaigns and everything, doing things like in-stream ads or discovery ads. And I won't get too advanced for you on this call, but that's the package. That's the package deal for all of our new clients. Now, let's say, Benjamin, I don't have $2,000 today. I want something more affordable, more like how we're doing this kind of consulting thing. We offer, if you're going to work with me on a monthly basis, we offer a $60 an hour consulting option for YouTube, for me to do anything that you want me to do with your YouTube channel in an hour. And you would just do exactly what you did. Now, what you did for today is you did our initial YouTube strategy call. That's why I charge $100 for it, because sometimes people are not looking to have that, monthly ongoing. So it's just like a one-time call like this. But if that is something that you're interested in, the only requirement in that other pricing option is that you have a minimum of 5 hours of consulting with me. So now you're looking at, like $300 a month, but you're saving yourself maybe, another $1,500 to $1,800, something like that, by not going down the package route.
That would be for when I monetize the channel, obviously, right? Or when I find ways to monetize the channel, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to monetize your channel to run advertising. And I think you can actually monetize what you're doing on YouTube to make sales or get partnerships or things like that if you're trying to generate leads. So let's say you're saying, Benjamin, I really want to get a lot of political figures on my channel, and I want them to pay me, not pay through YouTube, but pay me directly. Well, we could set up an advertising campaign that's going to target those people on Google and YouTube based on the keyword research. And then we'll turn those into leads for you, so that then you can get them on the phone or email and actually close them into paid advertisers.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's just something there. So just to kind of close with this keyword, just to show you on a basic level, so I would type in my keywords, right? And then I would go and I would click on downloading those keywords. I would download them as a CSV. And then I would just take that list that I just downloaded, and I would start going by tab the variations, right? So you can see I did this for another solar client, but let's just do this for you. This is an example of B Corp and B Corporation.
Benefit Corporation, yeah.
Okay. Well, just for now, because I plugged those in.
Right, okay, right.
So I'm just going to show you what will happen after you've gotten that data. I'll just clear this out. You're just going to do File. You're going to import that data. So we're just going to take that CSV, import it. I'm going to replace the sheet and make sure that it's in there. So now I've got all of the data for that keyword along with other variations. So what I do after that is I just kind of clear out some of the stuff I don't need. I really just need, and if you have seasonal stuff, you can see it broken down by month to month. But I like to, when I first start with stuff, I'm really just focused on what are the keywords in the last year. How much are they being searched every month? What's their competition? And how much on the low end or high end am I going to rank? What I like to do when I'm doing this to figure out which are the right keywords to do, I look at how many people are searching first for the keyword, right? You obviously want to use keywords that people are searching for. So I just filter the data and I choose the ones that are the highest ranking. Now, if you're going to be targeting, let's say, for example, all of the United States, you probably want a keyword that's over in the thousands, right? I mean, there's 300 million people in the United States. So you want to get a keyword that's at least in the thousands. And this will kind of give me that list, right? So I already kind of know like, wow, like these are good variations of keywords because there's thousands of people searching for this.
Yeah.
In your case, again, like it's not like you're telling me in this call that you're trying to sell a physical product or a service. So it's okay that these are low. But if you were selling a product or service, you're trying to make sales from your YouTube advertising efforts, then you would want these to be high. So let's say, I've done my research there and I wasn't able to find anything on high search volume and also high keyword. I would just turn off the filter and I'd go back to the competition tab now and I'd filter that and I would go see, okay, how many of these competition keywords are high? So let's just clear all these out and let's see which ones are high. Yeah. And so now I've got only 2 keywords in that entire 2,000 keyword list. So I know if you had a B Corp handbook that you could sell, you potentially have an audience every month, 40 people that would be willing to pay you to buy your B Corp handbook. And you'd be paying on the high end $2 to rank at the top of search results for that keyword.
Wow. Okay.
So that's kind of how you do a simple keyword analysis. So right, like let's say I was trying to make money, I would just go in and then I would just go plug these in. So you can see I did this for another consultant call for sale. I'd just go in and I'd plug those in and just kind of delete this out and then kind of like start creating my golden lists. All right. So these are my 2. If I was trying to make, some transactions, if I'm like you and I'm not worried about making sales, maybe I'm just going to go in and I'm going to plug in the top ranking, most searched keywords. So just go back to this, create the filter and clear everything out and just get the ones that are really the highest because those are ones I know like I should create videos around these topics or people are searching for. So I'd copy those. I'd go into my primary keywords and I just build this list out manually, right? And I would just create tabs with the data so that I can pull and then eventually create that golden list of primary keywords.
So you did all this, basically you showed me this is the analysis to do to find what the keywords are that will give you the best results on your channel, right?
Essentially the way you need to think about this is what we just did. The Google Keyword Planner analysis is going to tell you what the marketplace is searching for related to a given keyword or topic. So you're not creating videos around what you think people care about. You're actually you're looking at what the volume of searches is for that keyword so that you can make videos where people are going to find your videos because that's what they're searching for.
Versus just coming up on your own.
Right.
Without really fine-tuning your topic, because if you fine-tune it with the keyword search, you can fine-tune to see what people are actually searching for, and you can change your topic text around those topics that are high on the list of people searching for those topics.
Exactly right. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much like a 101 thing that I see a lot of people missing. Where all these YouTubers, they just go out and they make a bunch of videos and it's like, man, you didn't do your homework. You didn't even go research what people even are trying to search YouTube for to find your videos. So really what you should do, hopefully from this call, I hope if you take all the things away from this call, I hope the biggest thing that you take away is that when you make your videos, you should not be making your videos around the topics that you think are the videos you should make. You should go make the videos around what people are searching for through that Google keyword research that I just showed you.
Google, okay, gotcha. And I can Google keyword, and I can do that by opening an account.
Right.
And okay, so they won't charge me. I mean, to do that.
No, they won't charge you anything to create an account, but to have the data, you are going to have to spend roughly like $50 a month or something, just very minimal. I think the least amount you can spend a day on Google is or YouTube is like $1 or $2 a day. So what does that come out to be? That's like $50 a month roughly that you're going to need to spend to get that data. But it's well worth it because think about it this way, right? Like you could create videos and they never get watched and then you could pay what's that, $500 for the year and get, hundreds of thousands of views potentially, right? So
what's called, What's it called? Google keyword.
Google Keyword Planner is the name of the tool.
Planner.
Yeah, and that's found in Google Ads, and you can watch this recording of the video. After I'll send it to you, and then you can just have that step by step on how to get into that.
One more question, real quick, is my first video is really bad. Like the first probably 15.
Sure.
I mean, I wasn't looking at the screen.
Right.
I wasn't wearing good clothes. I don't know. So I should prune them, right? I mean, I think I should prune my first 20 videos. Isn't that a good idea? Because they're probably not very professional, because as people move along, they're on a learning curve. I wasn't on any learning curve when I started, so they're really bad,
right?
In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the way I look at it is like most people's first YouTube videos are not going to be very good. And that's just the learning curve, right? Like what you should do is not try to worry about like them being the best. You should go look at the ones that have performed the best and go see which ones did really well. Like if you've made 20 videos, at some point now you've got some traction and some data. Go see which ones got the most views. Go see if any of them got likes. Go see if any of them got comments. And then take those best successful videos and make more of those videos. Okay.
And then finally is I am not on any except for LinkedIn and Facebook. I can't when I'm ready to promote it. Obviously, I create an account, Instagram, Facebook. What else is there that makes it's worthwhile to be on social media on? What platform? Because I'm only on LinkedIn and Facebook right now, and I'm not even advertising or promoting my channel at all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like there's only so much that you can do promoting a YouTube channel organically. I think if you're really trying to take this seriously and you're trying to monetize it, you're going to maybe need to do a little bit of advertising to give it kind of that push. But if you're just looking for free ideas, go check out Facebook groups. There's hundreds of thousands probably of political Facebook groups that you could join, and you could start posting your videos in these Facebook groups, right? Those are like super targeted political groups where those are like, people that are interested in what you have. Another idea that you could do is you go look at political directories. Go just Google political directories for Bernie Sanders, political directories for economic justice. Like go find like third-party directories and go post in those, because again, that's your relevant audience. Those are all organic free strategies you can use to help promote your channel better.
Very good. All right, Benjamin, well, thank you for your time. Got along. This is exactly the information I wanted to get, because it's like starting a job,
Right.
You start every job, you have someone teach you, but this is kind of like, you got to find the teacher, so.
Right.
Thank you for all your help and time you spent with me today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, I hope that you found it valuable, and I'll definitely send you the recording. And then, once you get into working on some of this stuff, feel free to reach back out to me and see if, there's any way I can help you moving forward. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.